My fellow Illuminaries, welcome back to the channel. It's good to see you guys. Mental health awareness enough, and as a man, I like to share a story. I've been an online gamer for about, I think I got PS2, my PS3 I put in my closet. Funny enough, I'm taping from a closet right now. I put in my closet way back when. I got a busted mic, got on the headset, and I was insulted with racial slurs for the very first time. I'm telling you, for some reason, I can be identified as a black man very quickly. It was only later that I realized that this was just a general term to call someone lower than dirt. But I want to talk about the online relationships and people constantly attacking those, and the relationship I have with online gaming in a way. Your relationships, your hobbies are only as healthy as you are. So, even if your hobby is something like terrible for your health, it will actually not be as bad for someone who actually binges it, and live a lifestyle that's not complementary towards that. So mentally that will mess you up, because eventually it will lead towards something bad, and it's kind of like a doom prophecy. I notice a lot of my friends or men I meet, and they're very hard negative people, because we don't get a lot of coddling in this lifetime. Even my dad had taught me no coddling. So a lot of it, you got to pull up from your bootstraps. If you want to start something, you got to do it yourself. And I think it kind of takes away the fact that the unity of getting into a party chat and talking to your friends about your party, your problems of that every day is so important, because it's actually like a relief, because a lot of people don't really go to therapy for whatever stigma that you have about it. It is nice just talk to somebody about your problems, even if you're not a big talker. And a lot of people, you get into a room where someone can't really give you the proper room to speak, like an empty space like that, right? How much of that you really get in a party chat? Not often. Someone always has to fill the space, because that space exists. It's awfully infiltrated by people who really need it the most, and that's narcissists. Okay, no self-diagnosis here, but I think I've been around enough of them to say they just need the spotlight, and everything's about them. So probably not the best environment to be in, and they will try to get you places and try to suck you in, and be kind to you, and try your best to not be around people who make every single little thing about them. Try not to. I seen that I had the two guys who were like kind of friends with each other, and one thing was always about them, and by the time it got to the other person, their mental state was already so deteriorated that they thought it was all on them why it happened. I'm like, well, you're around somebody who offers no lifeboat to your river of sorrows. You're around someone who offers no harp music by a nice lake to the encroaching storm around them. You have someone who will let you down into the water and drown you to make themselves feel better. I think I see that more in party chats than just as much as the people who help people and be kind to them. Having a girl in there, kind of, or woman, I'm sorry, I guess messes up the dynamic in some ways, because automatically guys, especially if you're attracted to the opposite sex, because some people are attracted to toasters nowadays, you will automatically try to protect the woman. It is what it is. And that affects men's mental health, because you can't really unleash all the things of the day without any inhibitions. problem is, for that to happen, people are so gated and bottled up. I see people, to unlock those emotions, you have to drink and smoke and do these things that will affect your mental health. Because over time, you'll develop these dependencies on them, and it will, every time you feel bad, you'll reach for that. I know everyone's big argument for weed is a plant. I'm saying, even if nothing's wrong with it, you will develop a dependency if everything you go to goes to that. You feel me? Now, if you're okay with that, cool. If you're okay with the extra expenses, cool. I took that with gaming myself. So don't think I'm speaking from a place that's higher than thou. I love people getting the proper help they deserve and get, but in PlayStation chat, I just don't think that's where you find your therapy. But I see people use it as a way to do it all the time. But if you are, here's some simple things that can help you out. Let them talk. Use your ears. Don't offer solutions if you don't have any. Even if you do, see if they even want any. Okay? See, because sometimes people just need to vent, and that's a solution in itself. Sometimes taking a step back from a terrible situation because you're living in it. Some people have their girlfriend in their house who's constantly telling them that they're about to go on a Tinder date and making jokes about that. Meanwhile, he's unemployed and he probably not feeling the best about himself, and she's not really helping him with that. Sir, you are in a very weird relationship. Also, you don't even help with the financial situation. Sir, you are in a bad situation. You know, if you have family, I would go live with them for a while and try to get your money up if they will have you, because and especially if it's like a family member you get along with, they can really help you through some bad mental health situations, even if y'all don't share the gaming hobby or not. Also, gaming for 12 hours, not a good idea, guys. Okay, especially if you don't have your life together. Don't do that. Try to build skills other than that, even if they're silly skills. Videos and video editing and talking in front of a camera may sound completely silly, but I'm gonna tell you, it has actually intrinsically helped me with other parts of my life. We own a business. I'm an insurance agent in one of the businesses. It helps me with that. It helps me with talking with people. You know, you see what I'm saying? You can, even though these skills seem completely useless that you get in a video game, and not the classic hand-eye coordination thing, you actually get a lot of skills you can use. So use as a gamer. It's my message for men about men's mental health. You know more than you realize. You have more to offer, but also listen, use discernment and help your friends out. Please, they need it. Be a good guy. Don't you want, I know you won't see it, but don't you want your funeral to be filled with people who will miss you and care about you? I'll leave you with this. My friends still talk about their old guild boss. I never actually met him a day in their life, but he had that much of an effect on them. That's beautiful. Strive for that. Strive to be the best part of someone today. And most importantly, the best part of yours. My fellow Illuminaries, stay lit.